When you think of a dictatorship, you think of powerful figures in world history. Genghis Khan, Joseph Stalin, Kylian Mbappe, Adolf Hitler, you know, all the main suspects. But what if I was to tell you that there is a dictatorship that is so bad, it blows all of those guys out of the water? A dictatorship so cruel that it does not give any special treatment. One that targets innocent, vulnerable children. Dictatorship so horrible that it has unfathomable power which they use to make others suffer. And this dictatorship goes by the name of Sparx learning. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the hellish creation which is Sparx, you may think I'm being over dramatic here. And for my older audience, you are probably calling me some
crazy kid who sits rotting in my room playing games all day.
And to that I say, just hear me out, because I have survived the Sparx Maths Penitentiary, and I'm here to expose the crimes and misuse of power in which Sparx subjects innocent people to. So sit back and grab some snacks or something, because we are going to expose the tyranny of Sparx Maths once and for all. First of all, we need to go back in time and start with the origin story of Sparx Maths. How I know this information? Well, this guy's video. You should give that a watch if you enjoy this one. But the story starts with a man called Mr. Hegarty. So Mr. Hegarty was a maths teacher, and he created an online homework and maths revision site called Hegarty Maths. Hegarty Maths was supposed to be a more fun, interactive way of doing maths homework, and the homework assignments were only about 10 minutes or so, and it was very easy for teachers just to set it up for their students. And to be fair, Hegarty Maths was actually kind of peak. The questions were not super easy, but it wasn't too hard, and people actually didn't mind doing the homework, which is a good indication seeing that teenagers normally hate doing homework, me included. But in 2019, Hegarty Maths was bought out by Sparx Learning, and now seeing the dictators had the power over the small and weak Mr. Hegarty, Sparx Maths shut down Hegarty Maths in 2022 and redirected any teacher or person who used the site to their own Sparx Maths. To those that are none the wiser, I should probably mention how exactly Sparx Maths work. So Sparx Maths gives you a set number of questions which approximately should take an hour to complete in total according to their calculations. Straight away, an hour of homework is a ridiculous amount to ask for, especially when it comes to just the one subject, not including all the other subjects that are included. And kids just want to relax and use their free time to do whatever without thinking of school, not trying to find the value of X. Oh, but it doesn't end there. The hour approximate is for every student in the class. This means that some kids finish the homework within about 20 minutes-ish, and some end up taking multiple hours finishing homework, which at that point I'd rather go down the coal mine. Completely disregarding that people work at different paces too, it's just a dumb way to educate people. And guess what? The tyranny does not stop. If you don't complete the entire confection and get 100% of the questions right on your homework, then it is classed as incomplete. Oh yeah, I should mention that you have to get every single question right. Every single one. But guess what? There's even more to dread. Yay! Sparx is the gift that keeps on giving absolute horse manure, as you have to do what's called a bookmark check for every single question. So every question has this code that you have to note down with the answer, and every now and again you get bookmark checks which come around sporadically. It will then ask you for an answer that represents the code it asks for, and a multiple choice of answers to pick between. You get the bookmark check right, you move on. You get it wrong, then not only do you have to redo the question, you get more frequent bookmark checks. The point they try to make is, well, if you write the answer down, you will learn better. But they don't account for the added stress that it causes for people and the added time it takes to actually write down the answer. So you see how the dictator implements punishment onto its subjects. And as one could expect, absolutely no one likes Sparx Maths. Now, from personal experience, Sparx Maths did feel more of a chore than homework, which you should think isn't a good sign if teachers want kids to learn and do work. Personally, I didn't really like maths as much as other people. Contrary to popular belief, I wasn't the biggest fan of maths. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't my favourite subject in the world. But as the dictator struck, my drive to do maths slowly dissipated along with many other people's. Word of advice, if you do want to have a bit of fun though, and laugh at something, then go to the ratings of Sparx Maths. But like every great and powerful dictatorship in history, Sparx Maths has its allies. Their main ally is the hundreds of thousands of teachers around the world that use Sparx Maths. Now the teachers are sort of like the frontline soldiers who implement the punishment on prisoners of war and take land from the innocent victims of the dictator's regime. Now they are controlled by the dictator. That's what I'm guessing, seeing that their reasonings for using Sparx is very robotic. Their main argument is that it's proven that Sparx improves grades. Well, yeah, it might improve grades for some people, but for others it can make maths feel like a punishment rather than something you can do to solve problems. Like when you make people get every single answer correct, of course grades are going to go up. And what dictatorship could you have without some sort of propaganda? Which in this case is the videos. Now the videos on Sparx Maths may seem helpful from the outside, but when you look into it, the videos are absolute dog poo. I'm sure that the people who are talking in these videos are very good at maths, but they are just horrible at explaining what to do. And the example video most of the times have nothing to do with the actual question you are forced to do. So for people who struggle to understand questions and for people who have learning difficulties such as dyslexia, in other words, they are screwed. And because you have to do every single question and you have to get them all right, these people who struggle with these questions get punished, and for what? Something completely out of their control and caused by an interface problem by the actual website. And a dictatorship normally has a habit of invading other people's land and taking territory off other people. And Sparx have started to do that. Recently, Sparx Science has become a thing. It's basically the same preface and rules as the math side, but with science. Now, luckily, I never use Sparx Science, so I don't really have any personal experiences to share for that particular topic. But apparently from sources that I believe are very trusted, I've heard Sparx Science is way worse than Sparx Maths. Mainly because the written answers are graded by an AI chat box and it has constantly marked right answers wrong, pretty much causing people to get in trouble for the wrong reasons. So over a number of different categories and experiences, the Sparx dictatorship has taken land, forced labour on children, caused people to be punished for the wrong reasons, held teachers hostage, and caused a massive decrease of people liking maths. Pretty dictatorous, right? All the victims who are still being punished by Sparx Maths, just know it will all be okay. I promise you that once you escape the dictatorship and run free, it will feel like a genuine sense of bliss. And for Sparx, if you are watching this, respectfully, please disappear and relinquish your control over people in this great country. Thank you. Let me know what you think of Sparx Maths. Do you agree with me calling them massive dictators, or do you not? Just let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please do like this video if you enjoyed it. It helps promote my channel out to other people. And if you do enjoy my content as a whole, please do subscribe to the channel. It would have been a lot to me. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one.